All right, so Gastelum Adasanya. This one was obviously a really close fight. It was kind of going into that fifth round. I thought it was anyone's fight. I thought Kelvin definitely had rounds one and two. I think the biggest mistake Kelvin made. I think round two, Adesanya was like hurt really bad. He was stumbling. He was probably hurt worse than Max was when he in his first round. And Kelvin shot him for a takedown when Adesanya was kind of had his back up against the fence, like he was leaning on the fence. Gastelum should have just continued to throw those hooks over the top. He might have got him out of this. That was, I think, if he could do that fight over again, I feel like that would be what he probably something he would have changed. But yeah, because he didn't get that takedown, and by the time Adesanya had defended the takedown, his head was cleared, and then yeah, I mean, Adesanya of he doesn't carry a tremendous amount of power, but by the time the fifth round came and Gastelum's already taken a bunch of strikes, as Adesanya had as well, because you can see he doesn't wear the damage quite as well as Gastelum does. But the fifth round, yeah, it was just like any straight right hand that landed, it was kind of knocking Gastelum down. And that fifth round was just a dogfight. I don't know how anyone could say they're not a fan of either of these guys after that. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, Adesanya's still undefeated. But looking forward to his fight against Robert Whitaker. I mean, I feel like Robert Whitaker is everything Kelvin Gastelum is, but more. I think he's got more tools. What So one thing I think Whitaker has that Gastelum does not, because he's Whitaker's a bit taller, so he'll be a bit easier to hit Adesanya for him because he's not so far away. But also he has those same side attacks that Gastelum doesn't have. So he can throw that 1-2 left hook, or he'll throw a jab and then a right hand and then throw the right kick after it. Because a lot of the times when Gastelum would throw that left hook that would land or partially land on Adesanya, his head was pulled right back. And for someone like Whitaker, I think he could throw the kick after that to the body or to the head, and might have a bit of success. And we did see Gastelum rock Adesanya with a kick to the head, which I think everyone was super surprised by. Just for him to get his foot up that high, and to kick a world caliber kickboxer in the head like that was pretty impressive. But and then the other thing about Robert Whitaker, I mean, obviously I'm Australian, so I'm going to be super biased towards Robert Whitaker, as I think most Australians are, unless there's those Kiwi Australians. Is that he mixes it up. I think he's got more weapons, which makes him more diverse. So I think which makes him more dangerous. Um, I did predict Gastelum to win, but he got really close with what I thought he would do. I thought he'd land that left hand, and he did. He landed it a bunch, but Adesanya really showed his toughness, and he wasn't willing to lose. But yeah, I mean, looking forward, I think Rob Whitaker he's back to training full time now in Sydney. So hopefully they should maybe get that put that fight on the same fight as the Khabib fight on the Khabib card. Unless they want to do that in Australia, don't they? In like a stadium, it probably will be one of the biggest fights. It would definitely be the biggest fight in Australasian history. Yeah, even bigger than anything probably Pacquiao's ever done, and probably bigger than when Rousey came to Melbourne as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Adesanya definitely super impressed. Gastelum as well, super impressed. I mean, he's still really young, and he had some things he could have changed in that fight. I think he should mix up the takedowns a little bit more, rather than he got hurt, so he'd shoot for a takedown. And that second round, after he head kicked him, and he had probably 40 seconds left, and he shot him for a takedown, and Adesanya was able to defend and then clear his head. I really think he should have capitalized there, but I guess, yeah, live and you learn, I guess. Anyway, that's it.